out there in the internet world. This is Tom from Glam Metal, and we're here with our special guest, Gilby Clarke. Gilby, how are you doing? Welcome to Toronto.
I'm doing good, man. Thank you.
Cool. My first question I have for you is, you're on your second date on the Canadian tour right now. Why did you decide to tour Canada?
Well, actually, it's kind of funny how it worked out. I just finished producing a band called Crash Kelly that's from here, and their record was coming out, and they wanted to do some dates. So Sean called me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing some dates together?" And we had been wanting to do some dates in the summer anyway, and it just kind of worked out where we just kind of put together 2 weeks of dates, and more than anything, you know, I mean, I'm not making any money on this. For me, it's just I need to play. You know, I like to play, and we're having a good time so far. One show down, so we'll see what's up for tonight.
Awesome. Now you mentioned Crash Kelly. We're big supporters of Crash Kelly here at Glam Metal, and why did you pick, or why did you decide to produce a band like Crash Kelly? What do you see in them, and how do you think you helped them?
Well, Sean had contacted me. Actually, this is the second record I did. I did their other record, and actually this one only did half of their record. But Sean had contacted me. He sent me the record that they had done before, and I liked it. You know, I mean, I like a lot of the '70s glam stuff. You know, like I love Bowie, I love T-Rex. You know, I like everybody. I like Slade. I just love that music. It was blues-based guitars, but with really great, catchy melodies, and that's what I like. So when I heard his stuff, I thought it was very good. I think Sean's an excellent guitar player, so it's always fun to work with a talented guitar player. We can try out different guitars, different amps, and you know, really go for a good sound. So that's really what attracted me to them.
Yeah, one of the things Sean was saying is that he had some really high-profile guest artists on there that you were able to help him out with. He had Rudy Sarzo.
Yeah, Rudy. Actually, he called Rudy. I didn't call Rudy. He called Rudy. He used the drummer Brian Tishy, who normally plays in my band, but he's out with Billy Idol right now.
Right.
And we used Brian on the record, and Brian's a great drummer. The drummer he had on his last record he did with me actually did an excellent job too. But you know, I think Sean just wanted to try something different for some different inspiration.
Now you're also producing a group from the '80s that was very famous in the '80s, The Alarm.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
How far have you finished that? Or are you in the process of it?
It's done. Actually, The Alarm, I mixed the record. The Alarm, they had recorded most of the stuff in England, and then Mike came over to LA, and I mixed the whole record. Plus, we added stuff to it and all that. We changed parts around. That was, for me, it was a dream come true, because I think Mike is such a talented songwriter. He just writes such great, you know, hooks, and he's not afraid to try different subjects and stuff too with his lyrics. So I really had a great time with that record, and it sounds like a 1977 like punk rock record at this point. It's really, really good.
Now, when you produce, are you more, you know, you listen to them and maybe throw in your 2 cents in that every now and then? Or are you a little more active as far as, you know, writing songs?
I do a little bit of both. You know, it really depends on the project. My goal as a producer is that none of the records I produce sound the same. And to me, that's what a producer does, captures what's best about the band. You know, I don't want them all to sound like my records, and I want them to sound like themselves. My job as a producer is to basically be that fifth member or sixth member, whatever the extra person is, to come up with the ideas that they don't think of.
Right.
And that's what I like to do. And I always say, you know, it's really their final say. Like with Sean, if we're working out parts or, you know, arrangements and stuff, I say, you know, in the end, it's your final say. You're going to listen to the record a lot more than I am, you know. But I just want to give him a bunch of ideas that he wouldn't think of, you know, and therefore we're bringing something new to it. Okay. So I do go back and forth. Sometimes, you know, I'm co-writing. I do a lot of co-writing that I don't take credit for, because sometimes, you know, I don't like to get into that mess. You know, it's like, you know, let's just get the songs good and sounding punchy.
Right. Now, with all this producing you're doing, have you had any time to write any stuff for yourself? Or?
No. That is one problem about all this. Yeah, because I've actually done, I think since when Supernova ended, like towards the middle of last year, and my goal was to start writing some new songs, to start making a record. But then in the summer, I started going on a tear. Like I said, I did the Crash Kelly record, the Silent Rage record, the Alarm record, and another band called Motor Christ who just finished their full record from start to bottom. So no, I haven't had any time to write any songs, but that was another reason why I really wanted to do this tour, was I really want to start working out ideas during sound checks. So.
Can you tell me a bit about the band that you have right now?
This is a little bit different of a band for me. Muddy's playing bass and singing too, and Muddy's played in my band quite a few times, but Dennis Morehouse is playing drums, him and Muddy just finished the Mark Ford tour, which they last year they did a tour together. So it was really nice to have a rhythm section that really is a rhythm section. These guys have been playing together for a long time. They really work things out where all I get to do is play guitar and sing. So it's been fun.
Yeah. Now you mentioned this Rockstar Supernova project. That was an incredibly high-profile project for you.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah. How did you I don't even remember reading how you got involved in that. How did you?
Well, I got to tell you, it's actually it's a strange story. I got the gig first. Basically, what happened was I auditioned for the band when it was. Wait, let me do this again. I auditioned as the band when it was going to be In Excess.
Okay.
They were going to have like an all-star lineup for that band, and so I went in with myself. I had Johnny Colt on bass and Steve Gorman on drums and Dizzy playing keyboards, and my friend Ryan and I both played guitar and sang. And from that, the producers were already married to the In Excess idea. That was already happening. But they were watching our band going, what if you started a new band? And so when the next year came along, I got a call from Mark. And Mark and I started talking about it. He said, if you had to put together your dream band, who would be in the band? And Tommy was on the list. So as soon as Tommy came in, then it became Tommy's band. Tommy kind of took over,
Right.
And so when Tommy and I were talking about bass players, Jason's name was the first one on the list, and thank God, he was available. So it's kind of wild how it happened. It's like, you can say, yeah, it was made for TV, but it was also, we really wanted a new band more than anything. Like as soon as Tommy and I started talking, whether there was a TV show or not, we would have had a new band. So it was just something that had never been done before, and we were both excited about trying some new music.
Yeah. Are you happy the way that it ultimately turned out?
No, I'm not happy how it turned out. But it's like I said, it was something different, so we didn't really know how it was going to turn out. We were really trying something new, and anytime you put strong personalities in a band, you're going to have some issues and stuff. I mean, in the end, it all turned out fine because now we all get along great. We're all still friends and everything, but I don't really know if there's any future for the band at this point.
But now you guys just reunited for a gig.
We did last week. I didn't even know. I mean, that was kind of funny that happened. Tommy just called and said, "I'm doing this benefit concert for the Greek Theater." And it was a really great cause, so we all got together and played a couple of songs. And we had such a great time. It was such a good time seeing everybody. It's really weird. It's like the band never really broke up. We just kind of stopped doing shows, And it's like we had no problems. Everybody got along fine.
Now I saw that tour when it played Shays in Buffalo, and I was like shocked at the production.
I know, that's Tommy.
A multi-million dollar light show and everything.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that much money.
It was a pretty big.
It was pretty incredible. It really was. That's the thing is that's one of Tommy's great qualities is when people give Tommy a hard time about actually not being a true artist. He really is an artist in all different facets. It's like he's involved in with the production and stage design and things like that. And I got to tell you, if it was me that was running the band, I wouldn't have gone that big on the lighting and stuff. So it was really nice to have that big production because I got to tell you, I really liked it. The bands I came from, like GNR and MC5s, they don't do stuff like that. It's all music. So it was a nice change.
Kind of like what you're doing today, kind of stripped down.
Stripped down, just raw rock and roll.